Hey guys, what's up, man? This is Dr. Gosh with another episode of Relentlessly Committed Podcast. And I want to talk about pretender versus producer. And not only are we going to talk about a pretender versus a producer in dentistry, but maybe even in life. What exactly is a pretender? A pretender has a different mindset. We all live in this framework. We all have these limiting beliefs. A pretender is somebody who lives in lack, has limitations, lives in a scarcity mindset. When it comes to, they might be able to be a pretender in growing money or saving money or even producing. A producer lives in abundance, believes anything is possible, makes stuff happen. Now, the reality of it is that sometimes we're both. You could be a producer in making money, a producer in saving money, but you could be a pretender in growing money. You could be a producer in making money, a pretender in saving money and growing money. What I noticed about dentists is especially the ones that are not thriving, they're just existing. Pretenders just kind of exist. So another way of thinking of a pretender that might be a dentist or an entrepreneur is just existing. They're just getting by. They haven't lived this life of abundance. They don't have it all. As my hat says and my shirt says, they're not superhuman, right? They're not living God's calling. They're existing. They're just going day to day, living every single day in a little hamster wheel, hoping that things happen. They have a scarcity mindset. They might not be attracting the new patients. They might not be getting the things they want, the results they want in your life. They literally are been the same version of themselves for the last 5 years. They pretend that as if they're in this happy of their life. They pretend that they have this boat of happiness and their practice is thriving. When they talk to their friends, it's pretending. They're pretending in every aspect of their life, pretending to have it all, pretending to have it all in their body life, pretending to have it all in their relationship with Christ, pretending to have it all in their relationship with their wife and their children, pretending to have it all in literally business. Then there's that producer. The producer kind of has it all, thriving, going to work every single day, trying to figure out how they can become better, going to work every day continuously to win this game, growing and scaling, literally have zero limitations, totally believes within their heart of hearts they're going to make the greatest impact in this world, and not only in their practice, but to be servant leaders for other people and be able to legitimately produce money, save money and grow, create their wealth and to grow. That's what life is about. How do you become from the pretender to the producer? In every part of our life, even myself, at one point I was a pretender. At one point I'd pretend, fake it to make it. There's also principles of pretenders and producers. There's this financial literacy or illiteracy, if you will. This financial entitlement that I see these young dentists. I was talking to a COO friend of mine who basically runs DSOs and MSOs. And he was saying that many people anymore in these companies, in these corporations, they're not the one percenters. They're just happy making $156,000 a year, don't even want to own their own practice. They have a limiting belief system, or they think that somehow they made it in the pinnacle of life because they make $150,000. The average salary of dentistry is $156,000. But yet their student loans are close to $500,000 to $1 million. That's backwards. They somehow think that they made it. They're pretending as if because they're a doctor, because they have these credentials, that they somehow made it. They pretend that if they just do what they want, they're entitled to make all this money. They pretend that if they work 40 hours a week or less, that they should be making wealth upon wealth, riches upon riches. See, they have this financial entitlement even as pretenders. They pretend as if they're working really hard when all they're doing is doing the bare minimum. I heard somebody say to me one time that if you work 40 hours or less, you're surviving. You work over 40, whatever you work over 40, you're thriving. Where the producers can somehow make stuff happen. They can somehow generate revenue. They can save revenue, and then they can actually grow. And maybe instead of a revenue, they don't feel like they're entitled. They produce. They go make stuff happen. They go continue to win this game called life. They wake up every day with an intentionality. The pretenders don't. They exist. They keep doing the same thing over a hamster wheel, spinning the wheels over and over again, wonder why they're in the same place they were, and wonder why they can't change. We're the producer makes stuff happen in all aspects of their life. They wake up with an intentionality. They wake up focusing on their body, knowing that if their body is the number one weapon that they have in the world, and they have a relationship with Christ, and they have the solid foundation with their wife or their children or their husband and children or friends or cousins or relatives, that their business will ultimately prosper. Then not only can they produce in business, they can produce in other areas of their life. They're not just sedating themselves and lying to themselves that all of a sudden somehow they have it all. Where the pretender, on the other hand, feels lack, feels like there's a void in their heart, feels like they have this decay, the soul decay, if you will. They pretend. They pretend that they're thriving. They pretend that they're happy. They pretend that they have these systems and processes in place, but yet somehow they still feel entitled. Entitled to have money. Entitled to have riches. And it's a lot of the younger generation in dentistry. A lot of the young people that I even train and coach. They've been doing this 10 years. have zero processes, zero systems, don't even spend money in education, don't even spend money to become financially successful, don't even spend money to even learn the knowledge. They feel somehow that because they were a dentist in dental school, they taught them nothing. They should know how to market. They should know how to get new patients. They should know how to talk on the phone. They should know how to prop processes. They know how to sequence. They know how to do everything. All of a sudden, just because they graduated dental school. My goodness gracious, you don't even know how to do a cavity prep in a period amount of time. You don't even know how to do implants. You don't even know how to treatment plan properly. You don't even know how to do orthodontics. Why? Because they put a limiting belief system in your head, even in dental school. They brainwash you to think that you're not entitled to do it. You should not be able to do it. You don't have the credentials to do it. My hat says superhuman. The power is in the super GP, super general practitioner, super general dentist. Somebody that can do it all, have it all, not only in dentistry. Become a leader. You're not a born leader. Leadership is earned. Leadership comes with trust. When people trust you to do what you're going to do. You become a producer. Not only in business, but in people's lives. You add value. You know how to add value. Increase profitability, not only in finances, but people's lives. You didn't know how to save it, bank it, and then you know how to grow it. You truly want to dominate this life. You truly want to dominate dentistry. You need to learn how to become the producer. You need to have financial literacy, where you understand what numbers really mean. You understand what numbers to track. You understand your ROI. You understand what P&Ls mean and balance sheets, and you better understand the literacy of finances. Most of us don't even know the difference between money, wealth, and worth. And it's actually sometimes the phases of your life when you're younger and you're thinking about it. Money. Generate as much cash as you can. Most of you pick fields because you want to make money. I don't blame you. Young kids, I wouldn't give advice to people to save and do all that stuff yet. It might be great if you could do it all, but my goodness, sometimes you don't learn that till you're 30, 40. First of all, learn how to produce. Taking the steps, learn how to produce. Can you produce money? Can you generate the revenue that you want to generate? Can you make things happen not only in your personal life, but in your financial life? Step one. Accumulation of assets. Sometimes we call it cars, bags, jewelry, houses. That's wealth. There's a lot of people with a lot of wealth. And that goes back to producing money, saving money, I guess, and then growing money. A lot of wealth. And then last but not least, there's worth, legacy, impact, difference making, leadership. How are they going to remember you by? What's your worth? What value did you add in people's lives? When you're dead and gone, what does it all mean? So they're pretenders that will never thrive. They're going to live in scarcity, lack, limitations, chaos, no organization, no structure, no sequencing, doesn't understand anything about the business, will feel a sense of entitlement. Then you're going to have the producer who can live in abundance, have it all, produce it all, and leave a legacy. Which one do you want to be? If you struggle with this in any way, DM me at Bobby Grassi at the DDS. Go to thedentistco.com and sign my practice analyzer, or even set up a free consultation where I can show you how to become that producer you've always dreamt of. Don't be a pretender. Be a producer. We'll talk soon.